Hello everybody, welcome back to Reaper Pro Tips with me, your host and Disembodied Hands, Quinty, Disembodied Beard, John, and you guys. Hi! How's it going? We're about to finish Batling today, mostly. Maybe all the way. Let's bat all the way. But yes, we're going to do the vine and the leaves. I'm going to leave this area more in shadow down here because the vines are obviously over the top of it. The light would be interrupted. We can kind of see, if we look from our zenith, how the light will be interrupted, where the shadow parts are. So we're going to double down on that today. And we're going to paint these vines. So let us get in focus. And then I'm going to start mixing up some green. We're using mostly wilderness green with some other stuff mixed in. And I'll probably mix some brown liner into the shadows. And I believe, whoa, it's Kara. Hi Kara, look. He's so cute. He's so cute. He has a mushroom friend and a toad friend. The toad is awesome. The toad is so awesome. Look. Yay. So now, yeah, we're down to the last part. I just have to do that back part. The vine. That's like it. And the basing. It's a you! Exactly. How's it going? It's a lovely bat. Well, thank you. It's kind of a lovely day. God, it's Friday. Yeah, I mean, it's a bumpy pumpkin. That's all Jason. And technically, in studying pumpkins after the fact, I realized I should have probably made them white, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. Yeah, I know. It has been a week. I've had disruptions every day, and I've still gotten stuff done, but it's been kind of a push, and I feel like I want my weekend. I haven't played Diablo all week. I stayed away from it. And I messed up my knee at CrossFit last night. Doing something that I wasn't told not to do, but that turned out to be a bad idea anyway. Which was burpees. And it wasn't anything intrinsic. I didn't jump at the end of the burpee, but it involves getting up and off the floor and down on the floor like multiple times, many multiples of times, and apparently that is not a good idea. Oh, I've been sick all week. That sucks. Sorry about that, Shadow Raven. Burpees are evil, but I didn't know they were going to do this number on my knee. They really did. It turns out that when you have that many of them and you're getting up and down off the floor that many times in 11 minutes, you're going to aggravate your knee, it turns out. So yeah, that's where I am today. Very sad about that. So today is a rest day. For sure. But yes, burpees are evil. That's why our gym uses them as punishment for people who are late. Alright, let's get some, and let's look kind of at what I was doing. I think I was just mixing in yellow as far as highlighting goes. Where's my candlelight? I want my candlelight yellow. Or is it in the other room? It might be in the other room. I might have used Palomino. Yeah, I think I might have used Palomino. I think I used that. Yeah, it turns out, yeah, burpees are not good for your knees, Bryce. Go figure. So yeah, after pretty much consistent improvement over the course of the last almost a month, I managed to really anger my knee last night. I was very angry. It's not even necessarily the part of my knee that I originally hurt, although that's angry too. It's also other parts of my knee. Well, right, Turgeon, but when you first start doing them, it's not stressing your knee. And then, at the end, when it finally feels like it stresses your knee, you realize after the fact. That's always been my problem with this knee thing, is that I don't feel bad in the moment. I only feel bad after, when everything swells up and gets crazy. But yeah, I tried my hardest. I was even like getting up like with this one straight leg. Like, and I was definitely like, you know, levering myself up to try to spare the knee all during it, and it still did a number on it. So I was being careful. I just hadn't done that move in this month, and I had no idea that it was going to hit me that hard. So yeah, live and learn. Hopefully it will stop being angry within a couple days, and then I can assess whether I really damaged it or whether it just got irritated. And I'm already walking my 5K in 3 weeks, so it's not like it's going to change my strategy. And I'm not going to go and get any cortisone shots or any crap like that, so it just doesn't do anything for you. Not really. Alright, so there we go. And then let's mix a little bit. So what I did is I've got brown liner and wilderness green. Then I've got wilderness green with a little tiny bit of that in there. And then I'm using Palomino Gold as my bring it up color. And we're going to build a higher highlight with the more Palomino Gold. No shots. Cortisone will just melt you eventually. I heard a story about a guy who, or read a story about a guy who essentially got so many cortisone shots in his elbow because he was a tennis player. But he just kept begging doctors to do it, and he would just switch doctors, so he was abusing it. And essentially his elbow just melted. Like, there was nothing left. Like, the joint just disintegrated because he was being so stupid about it. So, cortisone does not solve problems. So we're trying to do it the old-fashioned way, but yeah, I was doing well like last week. I think it's probably, I hate to say it, but my coaches who are gone this week are the best coaches. I don't think they would have let me do that. Or they would have been asking me, they would have been doing a check-in a lot more frequently. Like I like the coach that I had, you know, like our sub-coach. She's okay. But she just isn't as invested in the class, right? She's not, you can tell that she's not as invested in everyone's success as my other coaches are. Which is why people love them so much. All right, we mixed back and forth a bit. Let's just go with those colors. Hey there, Carly. Well, Kara, you know, it's your choice if you wish to live your life that way. I've always been anti-painkiller. Like, I stopped taking them. I haven't had an ibuprofen in over a decade, maybe longer. It even has to be bad before I even look at Tylenol. Like, mostly because I know that if I dull the pain, I'm going to do something stupid and re-aggravate stuff. I like to be able to feel when I'm being a dumbass. Not to mince words. Yep, it's swearing day. You bought all the bottles. Yeah, right. The answer to everything. But yeah, I actually don't med. Yeah, and I'm off caffeine too. I'm pretty much, am I drug free? No, because I still take an allergy pill. Take my allergy pill, I take my anti-gas when I need it. I take a crap ton of vitamins. I got it too. Alright, so I'm gonna just sketch in some of this dark green. Pumpkin vines, when I looked them up, looked pretty smooth, but I'm gonna look at them again. We can stipple if you've got a smooth surface and you don't want it to be smooth. Pumpkin vines image. Let's do photo. Show me what a pumpkin vine looks like. They looked pretty smooth when I was looking at them before. But yeah, I mean, pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Not too excited. I guess there is a little bit of roughness to them. So we could stipple them. I'm going to try to find a better image. Oh, okay, there we go. So they're linear. They're striped. Do you see? See the stripes? All right, so that's very useful. That's very useful. Great. Now I know how we're going to do these. Hey, Kodiak. So we will stripe them very gently in, keep it fairly subtle. By name, I may stipple a little bit too, just to get some more texture in there. Hey, Jetta. David's home today. He took the day off and is currently lording it over me by sitting in his office playing computer games. He got up when it was freaking dark out. Like, he woke up. This is what he does on days off. Like, and I just don't get it. I'm just like, if I have a day off, I am going to sleep in, if at all possible, right? But David gets his butt out of bed before it's even light out so he can go and play computer games. Like, why? Why? Is it not good? Like, why? I don't know how. Sleep has always been a premium for me. Like, sleep is priority one. And I just do not, like, part of me is just like staring at him with my head cocked going, what are you? What kind of human did I marry? I'm gonna drop more water into this light one, guys, because it's gonna be too thick otherwise. We don't want, like, super bold stripes. We just want to suggest stripes. Your Batling is tomorrow. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I'm waiting. My Reaper Bones order was supposed to be here yesterday and it didn't arrive, so my Bones 6. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for today. Hopefully it arrives today. I need to go and track it. Sounds like a gamer. I know, right? Alright, so let's just start doing a little bit of stripies. Let's get closer here. Stripies. So these are pretty regular stripies. And I'm going to end up probably adding in more highlights. But right now I'm going to test out our stripies on this section. Stripey. There's warts on the vines too, because apparently Jason wanted everything to have warts. Is your brain hating you? See, my favorite thing lately is on Saturday. Hey, enough, Bubba. Saturday is when David gets up early to play computer games, and he takes Kiki with him, and he, like, feeds her and does everything, so I can actually sleep in. I can actually hit, you know, turn my alarm off and just sleep until I wake up, which is my... Hey, you stop it right now or you're exiled, young lady. I didn't put her fan on, so part of that's on me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, naps in the afternoon are fantastic. Agree. If Kiki doesn't shut up soon, I'm going to close the door. Since it's been cold here, we haven't been turning the fan on, which means the white noise is not present. Which means we get more bork. So I'm sketching in stripes. Sketching in. Now this is a little bit of a darker part. So what I can do is I can glaze in more shadow after I've gotten my stripes established. No, she doesn't, Bryce. It's just that when we don't have the fan on, she can hear all the street noises because our house is, you know, smaller, is close to the street, relatively speaking. And we keep the door a little bit cracked open for air. So she can hear everything really well, and then she wants to bark at it because she thinks it's like people invading us. But she's never learned to bark into the fan, thank God. We don't need any more excuses for barking in this house. Alright, so up on our highlight area, that stripe's just going to disappear, so we'll have to mix up a new highlight to do more stripes. But I'm liking the stripes down here. So we'll work with that. Let's mix up a new highlight. yeah, she's just convinced that axe murderers are going to invade, and so... now I want a little bit more brighter yellow. Gonna add a little bit of lantern and a little bit of white. Just a tiny bit of lantern. You don't want, once you're starting to do your higher highlights, you really don't want to get too yellow with them. So I'm getting just a little bit warmer with that. Boop. So tomorrow I am streaming in the afternoon at 3-ish p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be working on Lava Dragon. Lava Dragon returns tomorrow, guys. Lava Dragon returns. Probably be doing a lot of highlighting of the glowy parts between the scales. And I'll likely be trying a different glowing eye color for the other side of the face to see which one I like better. Yes, exactly. It'll happen eventually. There will be an axe murderer. Alright. So that's where we're at right now with that very light green. I know she loves us and just wants to protect us from the axe murderers, but the barking gets a bit old. It's the dog who barked wolf all the time. Okay. But yeah, so Lava Dragon tomorrow on my stream. He's so cool. Yes, yes, Kara. The axe murderers are wolves. Alrighty, so now that I have a lighter color, I can carry some of the stripes up a bit onto this upper level. And I'm gonna, that's very bright, so I'm probably gonna glaze to bring everything to a decent level. But when you're first sketching in, like texture, you can go heavy-handed with it because there's no reason that you can't take it down with glazing afterwards. So my Facebook ad is over now, guys, for my book, and I'm sad because like sales have dropped off, which means that I need to get a new Facebook ad set up. But we sold a lot of copies. We sold 110 copies of East of the Sun with all of our promotions this month. And hopefully at least a few of those people will go on and read the next book. That's the hope anyway. Alright, yeah. Like that's way too dark or way too light for that underside area. So we can take our shadow color, we can glaze that a little bit. And it's just thinned down to be more transparent. We can just knock that down, make it look better. But yeah, so lots of books sold this month. I'm very happy. Total of 129 so far. Yay for advertising. Or I should say yay for advertising that actually works, since Amazon ads like work but very sporadically. But it did mean my book sales rank was very much higher, which is nice because then Amazon shows it to more people. I'm learning a lot about advertising now. I got a little bit of a bleed over here where we got the orange on the vines and we didn't line it all, so we're going to do that. Hey there, Michael. We're at least going to use our dark green to line because right now I don't have liner mixed up. But the dark green over the brown, over the orange is going to turn brown anyway. We can even go up another level since our texture isn't showing up very well on this upper level. We can even go one or more highlight and make a true pentad out of this, which is what you're going to end up doing if you have extreme shadows and highlights on any area of a model and you're trying to do that kind of thing. You're going to end up mixing 5 colors. Unless, of course, you're using a wet palette, in which case you're just going to mix it on the fly. Ooh, all right. So I'm dropping two brushfuls of paint and then another drop of white in there, and I'm not putting any more yellow in it. I just want to make a lighter color. So I've got enough yellow at this point. So our entire pentad looks like that, going from a very dark green all the way to a very light green. Technically you go up to 7 if you add like a brown liner at one end and a white at the other end. It is a whole handful. Silly Bryce. I usually won't do like I won't mix a full pentad unless I'm painting something I intend to be painting for a while, and we have a lot of vine here to do, and we've got these leaves to get done, so I feel okay mixing so much. If it was just something smaller, I would be tempted to only mix a triad and then just do spot mixes. Connect up our little lines there. There we go. Now we can see them. So better texture. Boom. And if we feel like our highlight color has gotten too white, like we're losing out on greens, then we can glaze a darker green over it just to get that back. So let's see here. Cool, Twisted Oma. Glad your cats did not eat your mouse. You're doing little lines on our pumpkin stem because it turns out that's what they look like. I am looking forward to a weekend of working on the new book. I've made good progress on the Patreon yesterday, and I'm going to work a little bit more today on it. But overall, I'm feeling pretty good at where it's at right now, and that means the weekend can be writing. But yeah, we were very happy it's Friday for sure. I have some dog stuff to get done this weekend too, but that's all right. Okay, we've got stripies. Stripies. And like, again, I said, we're going to come back and we're going to glaze some of this. Make it, make sure our shadows and highlights are reading right. Hey Laura, hey Richard, the gang's all here. I finished the first chapter of the new book earlier this week. Need some time to write in the evening. Hoping to get another chapter done this weekend. We'll see. I was looking at different story beat sheets this week, because I have a program called Plotter that I bought just on a whim because it was on sale. And it essentially gives you digital versions of a whole bunch of different plotting systems so that you can plot out your book using any of them. And one of the ones that it has is the romance beat sheet book I was using. So I thought, all right. But it's, yes, a whole chapter. The new book. I should point out, Bryce, that this is a new series. For NaNoWriMo, I'm taking a break from Bear Kings, and I'm writing my cozy progression fantasy, at least the first book of it. And I think the first word is actually the name of the main character, which is Melanie. Yeah, I tend to start things with the character's name, I think. Because I follow the advice of it's good to root your readers with who right away and then expand into where or what. Some people don't. Some people like to set the scene first, and that works. But my books are so very character driven, and they depend on their characters and your resonance with them, so I tend to use the main character's name as the first word. I would be shocked if it was not so. I think it's an exception for Rite of Winter, where I didn't do that. I started with dialogue, which could also be dicey. Uh-oh. All right. So, okay, cozy progression. So cozy, cozy mystery. So cozy fantasy is a thing now. And it just means pretty much all my books are kind of cozy. First of all, do I need to restart, guys? Mike is bad? Mike's still good? Or Mike is still bad? Yeah, okay, I'm going to restart. Hold on.